batch of TBR Dream Marathon. He was actually present in the first TBR because he works with Gatorade. So he works with Group M and their client is Gatorade. And he had been there because for work, diba? So we were watching all the finishers come in the very first TBR Dream Marathon, and I nudged him and I told him, next year you're next. You're gonna join. And there he was at the finish line of the second TBR Dream Marathon. Last Sunday we were running together, and then I signed up the day before for Berlin Marathon. And while we were running, I also nudged him and I said, hey, sign up for Berlin also. By breakfast, he signed in as well. Okay, so he says that he's been bullied by the bull runner, but he's a willing victim, so okay lang, diba? Okay, so Ton?
Payat ko dito. Thanks, Jamie. So we actually call her the bully runner kasi pag binuli ka niya, hindi ka makakahindi. So that's why. So basically my talk today is about tips on how to finish a marathon. I'll explain to you what my experience was. So basically, hopefully some of you guys will find inspiration in how I did my marathon, because actually a little background lang, unlike what Neville was saying that people like running, I didn't like running at all. I don't know if who here feels the same way still. Doesn't like running, doesn't like it, whatever. But some of you, I'm sure a lot of you here love it already, but me, when I started, I didn't like to run because for me it was boring. Sabi ko, boring naman. 3K pa lang, di ko na kaya. 10 minutes sa treadmill, ayoko na, suko na ako. I didn't enjoy it. Tapos the first time, when I tried running a bit, sumasakit yung dito ko. So sabi ko, maybe I wasn't meant to run. Alright, so I didn't want to do it. So, but of course, I got bullied into it. And since again, my boss will always say, no, you have to be the brand. Gatorade represents somebody who's fit, active, and all these things. So, sige na, gawin mo na. So I'm like, sige na nga. Masunurin akong tao, so sige na nga. So I did it. Alright. So, of course, Jamie and Neville already all used the stories and the anecdotes I wanted to use. So again, the first thing was, why am I doing this again? Because when Neville shared this story with me last year, I was like, shoot, pwede ka pala mamatay dito. So, bakit ko nga pala gagawin to? So again, I'd like to ask you guys, ask yourselves, why are you doing this? Right? Why are you doing a marathon? Because, a sense of accomplishment or whatever, all of these things. Me, I didn't really have a strong reason to do it. But typical male, di ba? How do you convince a guy to do something? Ladies, do you know what? You have to ask a beautiful girl to say, gawin mo naman, no? And they will do it. Because, babae, gagawin ko. Or, out of ego, like, shoot, sinabi ng girl, kaya ko yan, gagawin ko. Of course, there has to be a strong reason on why you want to do it. Find a good reason, because when some of you guys, not all of you, will have a difficult time in the middle of the race, you have to think back, okay, bakit ko nga pala ginagawa to? Why do I need to finish this? I can stop. You can actually stop anytime. Diba? But if you don't have a compelling reason on why you want to do this, you're not going to finish. You're going to have a very, very difficult time. Right? Well, luckily for you, the good thing about it, we'll all be there cheering for you. Sige na, kaya mo yan till the end of the run. So that's a good thing about the Dream Marathon. There was somebody actually, unlike some of the people that Neville was sharing, walang tao doon, we will all be there for you. So you're really blessed to be part of this marathon, especially if this is your first marathon. Okay? So, why am I doing this? Of course, pain is temporary, pride is forever. Like Neville was saying, it'll be worth it. It may not be worth it during the training, it might not be worth it when you're dieting, like you have to follow Arman and Mitch's advice and all of these things, but at the end of it, it will be worth it. Right, and then I'm still trying to convince Neville to put this on the finish line. If you can read this. Clinical massages at the finish line. Right, so I'm convincing Neville, pag nagkatotoo yan, I'm sure all the guys will finish. Anyway. I'll have to find something else for the girls. Okay. So again, like Oprah was saying, like Jamie, sabi ko nga, ginamit ko rin Jamie. Running is the greatest metaphor for life because you get out of it what you put into it. So you have to put a lot into it. You have to sacrifice, you have to do all of these things. So basically, I'm going to share with you little tips and tricks on how you can finish your marathon. So I created an acronym about finish. So start with letter F. All right. First tip, friends. If you have a friend here you're running with, it's a great advantage to train together. Right? I'm telling you, because when it starts hitting, who here has run longer than 21 kilometers? Longer than 21? Have you run a longer than 21? A lot of you haven't run a 21 kilometer run. When you start hitting about 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 alone, oh man, sisiraan ka ng ulo. And for me, I wanted to train without music. You can do that if you want, but it's nice to train so to really, so when the time comes, you can't use music or whatever, you're used to it. So, found a friend. I was lucky because one of my boss actually was running the marathon with me, so we trained together. And then these other people we met through Mitch and Armand's weight loss session. Doon kami nakakilala. So we started running together as a group. So right now, what I'd like to do for 5 seconds, turn around, introduce yourself to somebody you don't know, because you will be right sharing again. Stand up, say hi to the one next to you, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. You will be running with each other during the marathon. Yan. Get to know. Malam mo, may ma-develop dyan. So, okay na yan. That's another reason to finish the marathon. Yan. Alright. Again, it's very, very helpful to find somebody to train with, because especially during Christmas time, you'll get lazy. Right? It's cold, it's tamad to go out. You need somebody to call you at 5 in the morning and say, hey, we have to do a long run this weekend. I know it's Christmas, the day after Christmas, but we are scheduled to do a run. Alright? Remember what Oprah said? Believe me, everything that you do, if you put work into it, you reap the benefits after. So, we're called actually these are all TBR marathoners, second batch. We were known as the Bacon Dry Team. Why? Because when we were running, we would motivate us. What are we going to eat after our long run? Bacon. Yun ang motivation namin to finish our long run. So, find a friend, find a running mate, make new friends. Believe me, these guys, I still run with them all the time. And most of them are running with me in Berlin because, again, the bully runner says so, then we will do it. Right. I, intervals. I stands for intervals, or interval Galloway run walk method. I know some of you have heard of that method. And chi running. I did a run walk method for my marathon. Again, you can do what you want. You can run straight. You can run walk, 4-1 intervals, 4 minutes run, 1 minute walk, 9 minutes, whatever you want to do. For me, the thing I like about the run walk method, I was thinking, I was committed to do the marathon. So my question was, how do I do this that I don't get injured? Because I was listening to Jamie's stories like, shoot, pwede ka pala ma-injure. I don't like getting injured. Because if I get injured, mahirapan lang ako during the race day. So how do I do this without getting injured and still finish the marathon? And so that at the end of the day, I want to feel like, okay, I finished this, I want to do this again. Diba? So parang I wanted to have that feeling. So I did a lot of research, and then fortunately, the Galloway run walk method teaches you to run and walk and do intervals so that you delay your fatigue wall. So that's what happened. We delayed our fatigue wall. And here's the thing. Usually you hear about you run, then when you hit about 30 kilometers, you hit the wall because you're so tired. We never got that. My friends, we all ran 3-1 intervals. No one got that. We never got that. We never hit that wall. Here's the thing, a good story. Won't mention his name. Good thing he's not here. I had a friend who ran the whole way. 3-1. He ran the whole way. He didn't do an interval. By the time he was more fit than me. When he hit 30 kilometers, hindi na niya kaya. He was so tired, he had to walk practically the rest of the way. We finished at the same time. See ya? So, doesn't matter. If you run all the way, you run, walk, whatever. The difference is, me, the next day I was sore. 2 days later, I was fine. Siya, the whole week, he was down. His muscles were sore and everything. Me, I recovered pretty well. And then, again, when I finished it, it's like, wow. I felt great. I can do this. Right? So another thing also, I highly recommend intervals. Chi running. Like Lit was saying, really, because remember when I used to run kahit 2K, 3K, masakit yung dito ko. He changed my form. It actually helped me run efficiently. So there was no pain. Every time, that was my fear. Every time we do long runs, like, shoot, am I going to get injured? Am I going to get injured? No injuries, no pains. After every run, the feeling was, Lit was telling me, okay, the feeling you want to get after any long run is like, wow, I can do more. That was the feeling after doing Chi running and then Galloway run walk method. After every run, 5 kilometers, 8, 10, 12, 15. We were doing 28 kilometers. After it's like, you were tired, but you're thinking, shoot, kaya ko pa to. That's the feeling you want to get. Right? That's the objective. So I'm sharing this to you. So if you want that feeling na after a long run, you say like, shoot, I don't feel any injuries. I feel fine. I highly recommend you take Lit's class, Chi running, read the book, and do Galloway run walk method. Again, suggestion, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. N means no quitting. Alright? Also, no negative thoughts and never say never. Before, again, I say, I'm never going to run. I will never run because it's boring. Alright? I used to go home, going out at night at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. Then I'd see people running. It's like, what's wrong with these people? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. They're running already. Tapos, when I was in training for TBR, I was running at 4 in the morning. I'd see people going home. I was like, look at these people. They're going home. Pauwi pa lang sila. Grabe, what's wrong with these people? Exactly. Never say never. Again, no quitting. Right? Again, it helps if you have a friend because they will push you. And you have, again, find a good reason for you not to quit. Get up and time to run. Someone to call you in the morning. Alright? Another inspirational thing. I don't know if you know this person, Terry Fox. Right? Terry Fox lost his leg because he was diagnosed with cancer at 18 years old. And he ran like so many. He wanted to raise money so that he could raise money for cancer research. So with one leg, and then he had an like a prosthetic leg, he ran like all over Canada to raise awareness for that. Alright? So if somebody like him can do that, I'm sure you guys can do it as well with 2 legs. You can do that as well. Right. Inquisitive. Be inquisitive. Ask about everything. Learn about everything you need to know. That's what I did. I learned about what was the most efficient running technique. What was the best shoes. I tried all the shoes. Thank you, Neville. These are the best shoes. I use these shoes, Brooks. Ghost 3s from Neville's shop. Ayan Nev. I love these. These are so good. But New Balance, I also New Balance now. That's what I use as well. I use that. The right socks. It's actually called right socks. They're the perfect socks. I researched about that. Perfect hydration. Gatorade, of course. All right. Anti-shave. I was like, what? Do you have to buy that? She goes, yes. All right. So you have to put it wherever that you feel chafing, especially the ladies. This really works. Trust me. So again, do a lot of research. Talk to Jamie. Talk to Neville. Talk to Lit. Talk to Arman. Talk to Mitch. Actually, Arman and Mitch. Actually, I joined the program. They helped me lose like 15 pounds before the marathon. Of course, I gained it all back after. But since I'm in training again, now I'm losing it again. So please ask about everything. Don't be afraid to ask these guys about anything. We're here. Actually, me also, like me and my team, are here to help you guys. We are here for you. All right, so please take advantage of that for everybody. S, stick to the program. All right, stick to the program. The bully runner, of course, and Jim Lafferty. Why am I saying to stick to the program? Because, again, from beginning, I started with no running background. I didn't run before. All I did was simply stick to the program with Jim Lafferty. It says run 45 minutes, I ran 45 minutes. I didn't even go over. I didn't let my ego get to me. It's like, I can do that naman eh. No, I just stuck to the program. So basically to prove also to future TBR marathons, if you do this program and you stick to the program, you will finish your marathon with no pain, no stress, and you'll be smiling at the finish line. Alright, so stick to the program. When there are long runs, do it. Alright. S also means sacrifice. I know Christmas is coming. Again, it's sacrifice because at the end of the day, you will thank yourselves that you stuck to the program because it makes your life so much easier when marathon day comes. So trust me. And lastly, of course, is please have fun. Alright? If you're not, for me, my mindset here was, if I'm not gonna have fun, I'm not gonna do it. Again, if I do this and at the end of the day I'm like, I don't wanna do this anymore, it's not worth it for me. So simply stick to the program, follow it, trust me, you will enjoy it, then you can enjoy your big one as much as you want after. Alright, so thank you very much again, and good luck on the race day. Beat Oprah.
Thanks, Don. Okay, our next speaker.